am live. I'm live. Good day to be alive, right? Oh, hello, people, my friends. How are you guys? Hope all is well in your neck of the woods. Hold on, I gotta set this out. The link. Peace, the real angel girl. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing on this hot, lovely Saturday? I'm driving home from my mamas. This has been a very productive work-wise weekend. I got a lot of good deeds done. And hey, twin thing, you make my heart sing. We'll get into the title of my video in a minute. Let a few more people get in here. But yeah, I had my sister. Oh, I hate snakes, you guys, so bad. Like, I hate snakes. And my sister showed me, grabbed her phone, and I was just weed eating. Well, anyway, she showed me a picture of my brother said it was I should say black widow, but a black runner. Hey, Mid Mama. Hey, Kashmir. Long time no see. Welcome, love. But to me, it don't matter what kind it is. You know what I mean. The only good snake is a dead snake in my eyes. My dad used to say, "Don't kill the king snake. Eat other snake." You know, and if he ever killed a snake, he was my grandmother was a full-blooded Cherokee. So my dad, it was, I guess, 50%. But he had a lot of like old wives' tale or you know, things that he was taught. You know, like if he killed a snake, he would hang it on the barbed wire fence and like for rain, or I don't know, or do the rain. I don't know. It was all kinds of little things. I wish I'd paid more attention. Gosh, I wish I'd paid more attention to those little quirks that he had and his sayings and stuff. Gosh, I so wish I had written that stuff down and been more, you know, foresightful about, like, you know, wishing that I could remember that now, you know. But you live and learn. Yeah, it was like thunder and lightning a little bit earlier too. So I'm still about a couple hours from home. Well, I don't know, probably an hour and a half from home. I had to stop and get some. Okay, so the best, we called them pot stickers up north when I lived in Utah, but they're like steamed dumplings, okay? But I used to just order nothing but pot stickers at this place we would go to, and I have never had a pot sticker that tastes anywhere close to that except this place that they have opened in Laurel, Mississippi, which is it's called the Last Dragon. And let me just tell you, when I first discovered them, and this is no lie, this is where I got the TikTok I've got went viral with my mom about the peach balls and her drinking it. This is the same place. So I freaking would order, and I'm not gonna be shamed. I'm just freaking on it. I'm gonna stand in my shit and stand in my soy sauce. I would order 4 orders. That's right, 4 orders of the steamed dumplings. They had eight dumplings to an order, and I would get them to add some sriracha to my stuff, and then I would also get 2 orders, 10 of those in each order, of the crab and cream cheese ragoons. Yes, I would. And no shame either. By the time I got to my destination, there usually was only a freaking pack of the ragoons left. That's right. I would have slobbered down 4 orders of the steamed dumplings and made a big dent in the ragoons within an hour. I would wait all day knowing that I was going through there. So anywho, and I just love this place. They are really very good. So although I have to say, when I went through the drive-thru and picked my order up, he said, "I'm so sorry, we're out of the steamed dumpling stuff, the mix that you dip it in." And I made a sad face, and I said, "That's okay. I always save mine, and I have it in a container." But I couldn't wait on the dumplings, and I have to tell you guys, I think I like them better without dipping them in the sauce. They were freaking yummy. Mint Mama, do you know how to make those? Oh my God, I could just like turn around and go back and slap my mama. They were that good. I mean, seriously. I do too. I like it with a little spice to it. Oh, the real angel girl. I lived in Taylorsville. I lived in Salt Lake. I lived in Murray for a short time. I lived in West Valley. Yes, ma'am. It's funny. My address growing up my whole life was Taylorsville, Mississippi, and so I remember when I sent Christmas cards out, and my return label was like Taylorsville. My mom's like, "Honey, I think you misprinted your um, address labels," and I said, "No, Mom, I've come full circle."
Oh,
So, okay, so the last live I did, you guys, it was when I was leaving and coming down here, and I can't remember what had, because I mean, there's been a lot that has happened since I've come down here, or left that day. So I'm trying to remember, not to do with YouTube, just in my life, but I can't remember what got me fired up to where I wanted to go live and talk about it. But my title, and I don't remember exactly what it said, but I can kind of paraphrase it because I did change it because Makeup Mobster reached out to me in the comments, and I totally get and appreciate, and I'm all good with that. And said that I had off-putted her with the title. So I said something about, are any of you as tired of all the Laura crap? And what about the Van of Aiden Sloppy Molly? Something like that. The talk about Laura and something like that. I don't remember, but like I said, I typed it really quick because I was getting ready to get on the road. And when Makeup Monster brought it to my attention, I said, and she said in her comment, that she did not watch the live, and maybe she should have done that before reaching out to me. And if she had have done that, then she never would have reached out to me because, I haven't had anyone tell me this, but I know myself pretty well to know that my live did not come across at not one point to where I was like throwing that toward Makeup Mobster. Absolutely not in this lifetime. You know what I mean? And if I did, I apologize because I absolutely would not have done that. So anyway, things were cool. You know what I mean? I changed it that night. I forgot when I got there, but that night before I went to sleep, I remember. So I went in and fixed it. So that was then. Well, you guys, I have
Sorry, I don't understand.
I'm generally on an Android, and I'm having trouble with it, so I'm using an iPhone. So anywho, my phone number that most of the people have phone numbers to, I don't hardly carry that phone. I have it still charged, all that. If I need to, pull something from it, I can, but I just hadn't had a chance to go get a new phone. So I picked my phone up to use it for to look at the menu a while ago, and so I opened up and I had a message from Alicia. Now the last time I heard from Alicia was in June the 10th, and she was telling me she was sorry to hear about Marsha White Sharkey. And so I opened it, I see this message from Wednesday, and it said, this is how exactly what I'm fixing to say is exactly what it says. It says, we could say the same thing to you. We are sick of hearing about Molly. If you had a kid and Laura did this to you, I'm sure you would be going live every day. Laura is garbage and a complete fraud. Anyone that sides with her is not a friend of mine. Period. Now, Freeside, what up, Miss Lee? Now, look, correct me in my, if you guys took that any differently than what I did, please let me know in the comments. I am open to it being interpreted a different way. Springtime honey, do you make the money? Oh, sorry, I just had to be a little pathetic. Poet didn't know it. So anyway, I'm gonna read my response while you guys tell me what you think. Okay, I said, girl, you and MM interpreted my title wrong. I did it on the fly in a hurry. And if y'all had listened to my live, it would have been clear. And I don't need to have children to understand how sorry Laura is. Know that. Who is saying that I am siding with her? Again, it's obvious neither of you listened. So that just kind of like bummed me out a little bit. You know what I mean? I wasn't expecting that. Remy, what up, babe? Okay, Remy says, hey, I took the title differently than what I meant. I took the title differently than what I meant. However, I ended up personalizing. So, Remy, was that message from you or was it from? So I'm confused. I guess the part that like really stuck out at me was there was no how you doing. Like, first of all, I feel like Alicia should have known better than that. I'm insulted that she would think that of me, because I mean, have you listened to me talk? Have you listened to any of my lives? You know what I mean? When in the hell have I sided with Laura? And when have I been talking about Molly? And that's a good one to be talking, girl. Throwing that out there. Hello, can we have a conversation about that? I mean, you know. Thank you, Peace. Thank you. That's how you meant it. Then how you meant it. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, so I put on, I put the new title as Laura's BS, which is exactly what we're hearing. Her rhetoric, her broken record crowd, her justification. This is going to be the year of the justifications for Laura. Because she's not going anywhere. Guys, she's not going to go anywhere just to spite everybody and show everybody. She has no problem being a thorn in everyone's side. Matter of fact, she probably gets off on it as she's getting her fluffer off, or whatever the hell that's all about. But anywho, I regret. Okay, while no excuse, heightened emotion could have come to play as how miserable Laura has made their lives, including others. I get that, Remy, I do, but I haven't really seen Alicia enthralled in anything. I'm sorry. I've heard her name a time or two, but that's right. Hey, love. I haven't heard Alicia's name really, be brought up. And I'm going to say this. I would never have put in there if I had a kid. Because listen, guys, that was a very, very hard realization for me that I wasn't going to be able to bear children myself. I was everybody's babysitter growing up. I love kids. Kids love me. That was a hard pill to swallow whenever I figured out that's where I was headed. So, I'm good, now I'm all good and everything, but that still was completely uncalled for. Completely. I feel like I'm overreacting, you guys. I'm just like, I would have, if I felt that strongly, I would have called her up. And before I say that, let me see, maybe she did try calling me, because I don't, like I said, this phone does not, let me look, I may have had a missed call, and I was sure, let's see. Because I do want to make sure she did. No missed call from her. So, if I felt that strongly, I would have called Alicia up, or anybody, any of my friends. I would have called them up and said, hey, can we talk for a minute? I think that, you may want to look at that title of your video again, because, or hell, just listen to the damn video. It wasn't that live. It wasn't that long. It wasn't like, hey, Sherry P. I don't know, baby, if she does. I don't know. I know she's got a lot of them, or no, I don't know about a lot, but I know her name has changed a lot over the last year, so I'm not sure. I don't know. I couldn't speak to that, but so I know she's had stepped away and was busy and with life and all that, and good for her. I wish her nothing but the best, but I don't know. I just felt like I could get Makeup Monster being off-putted, like she said. I could completely understand that. But if you, and then I'm gonna go to what I wrote in the comments. So whenever Makeup Monster, I will share these if you guys want to. I'm and I can't prepare for this. I saw that. So my studio. So Makeup Monster wrote me, and I just love that girl. Can I tell you, she's really a cool chick. Okay. She says, your title is a little off-putting. Didn't listen to the stream, but like, what gives here? Who's forcing you to watch or listen to anything about Laura, and why is ban evading a more important topic than someone endangering the welfare of a child? Just curious what your thoughts are here. Maybe I should have listened to the stream to get those answers, but the title had me a bit confused. To each their own. And I promptly wrote back and I said, I guess I should have said I'm done with Laura and her justifications. Yeah, you should probably listen. I by no means was directing that at you. Heck, as far as I see it, you most definitely have all the rights and reasons to never stop talking about Laura. And she said, okay, thanks, girl. I appreciate that. I was totally confused when I saw your title. Like, girl, you've been here long enough to know how it goes around here when people go real life. Hopefully she will be held accountable. I will listen to the stream later when I have time to focus. Probably should have done that instead of being impulsive. ADHD life, hope you're well. And I said, I will adjust it whenever I land. I'm driving to my mom's. And when I say land, not like an airplane, but like land and settle down. I'm driving to my mom's currently. I'm well, and I hope the same for you and yours. And that was it. So, you know what I mean? I just, you know, and I get it. I understood where, you know, but now I also don't feel like I made Sloppy Molly Bannervaden more relevant than I did Laura and her stupid self. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't think I did. And, you know, I mean, so if I did, I do apologize. Absolutely. Because I don't think that what happened to Makeup Monster absolutely trumps Molly Bannervaden. I mean, absolutely. And I would never, and anybody that knows me would know that I would never think such a thing. So anywho, just a little disappointed. Not how I handle myself whenever I deal with friends. Remy, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Because look, I do, like, you know, I say things sometimes that Twin Thing says she's a hot button issue. Yeah. When I read the title, I took it wrong, but read it again and knew what you meant. Yeah, because I'm kind of like a dingbat sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, I know what I want to say, but it doesn't always come out like I'm saying. And I was in a hurry. I was trying to, like, and those doing a title, you guys, can only be 100 characters, and you know what I mean? So I have to, like, and I didn't have time to figure out what words I could abbreviate and all that shit. So I was just like, you know, but like I said, I think my title most definitely did not go as alive after I sat back and looked at it. So if you had listened, you would have known that I just, like, screwed the pooch. Oh, Twin Thing, I did want children. Thank you. But I'm gonna have to tell you, I say now whenever I get elected or volunteer to babysit more than one, I have to say, I think, okay, thank you, good Lord. I guess you did know what you was doing after all. No, my nerves just, like, and the older you get, you know, the worse it gets. As for me, my tolerance goes out the window. I didn't see your live, but I need to watch it. Yeah, it wasn't very long. Let me see. I mean, because I always lose, the service cuts out. Let's see. Oof. Let's see if I can get it pulled up here. Yeah, I had a German lady come up on panel with me, and she really went at Laura. It was it was a minute. I mean, I'm sorry, it was an hour and 3 seconds. Is all it was. And you guys can fast forward, you know, or put it on high speed. Notorious Ash. Hey, okay, I'll do a quick summary of what happened. So I did a live the other day when I was driving up to my mom's, Ash, and I did it quickly on the fly, you know, but I was talking about Laura and all of her damn justifications, her damn bullshit. And the title said, is anyone else tired is everyone else tired of hearing about Laura? And let's talk about debating Sloppy Molly. And then I went live, and but I didn't, that's not what I meant. What I meant was, is anyone else tired of Laura and all of her justification bullshit? That's what I meant, and that's what I fixed the title to. But anywho, after I went live and all that, Makeup Monster come in chat. I mean, commented and said that she was off-putting, she didn't understand, but she also, you know, admitted that she had not watched the live yet. So we went back and forth in the comments and got it all straightened out. But so I've been up at my mom's, and I have two phones. I have a burner phone, baby, and I didn't go to Kroger and get mine, huh? Both of mine come from the fucking Verizon store. Anyway, so I'm like in between two phones right now, and the phone that most people have my that call me and contact on, I don't keep with me like I do another phone. So anyway, I picked it up a while ago, getting ready to pull up a menu, and I was like really surprised. Oh, there's Alicia. Guess you were trying. I don't even know what that means, Alicia, with Tracy. What does that mean? I haven't watched Tracy. I haven't talked about Tracy. I am confused by that. And you know better than I that I'm not trying to get brownie points with Tracy. You know exactly how that is. So anyway, let me finish telling Ash. So
sorry, I don't understand.
I opened my, well, I don't either sometimes, baby. I opened my phone up, and I had a message from Alicia. And was just off. I was just like, it really like made me sad because I would have called you up, Alicia. I would have called you up and said, "Hey, girl, have you might want to look at well, first of all, I probably would have watched your live. You know what I mean? And I would have for sure called you up and said, "Hey, you may want to look at that live. It kind of don't g-haul with what your content is." But for you to say if I had a kid and all that, Alicia, I wouldn't have said that to you. And then to say that y'all could have said that y'all are tired of hearing me talk about Molly. When the fuck? I mean, I really haven't talked that much about Molly, and that's kind of like the kettle calling the pot black, girl. Let's just call it what it is. I mean, you beat that drum quite often. I've never said anything to you, so I just was surprised, Alicia. I was surprised because to me that was a phone call. That would have justified a phone call, not a kind of a fuck you. Anyone that sides with her is not my friend. Who the fuck said I'm siding with Laura? Have you listened to anything I've been saying? Alicia, I haven't said anything in agreement with Laura. And no friend of mine. Okay. Hey, Brantley, how are you? Xena with Fire. Hey, love. I mean, Alicia, I'm just like, really surprised, I guess. And I was hurt. I felt like, that you were really harsh. And I'm not, when I'm fixing to say something, and I absolutely am not meaning this to be ugly in any way. But this really, to me, is about makeup. I haven't really, you included yourself in that, like I had done it to you. I had wronged you, and I didn't. You know what I mean? I mean, you said if I had a child, if I had a kid, and Laura did this to you, to me, I'm sure you would be going live every day. You damn right I would have. Because I'm going to tell you something. What led to Makeup Monster trumps freaking all of it in my eyes. I mean, it trumps it all. So I would never, ever be okay with that bullshit. Hey, Miss Ann, how are you, babe? Good to see you. Well, Alicia, I can't say that. I go after Molly whenever the freaking the desire hits me. Who, if you don't like it, you can always leave, because guess what? My door opens the same way it closes, baby. I mean, my other lives have been like on, and I don't care who you go after, Alicia. I don't care if you go after Molly every day. I don't give a shit, babe. It's a free world. You know what I mean? I just thought we were like better. You know what I mean? That would have, I'm going to be real honest and frank here. I was hurt. I was surprised and hurt because I expected better from you or more from you. You want to come up? Hey, Mercedes girl. Thanks for coming in, babe. Happy Saturday, everyone. And Alicia, I don't know if you're like hanging out with your man, but girl, is the damn humidity a killer or what? Freak, it's been so damn hot. There's a song, you guys, I don't know if any of you have ever heard of John Prine. Love that song. But he sings a song and it's called The Humidity Built the Snowman and the Sunshine Brought It Down. Hey, Zero Jules. That is like, I just love that song. I love John Prine, a lot of his music. But if you guys get a chance, go listen to it. He has sang it like by himself. He sang it with someone. I love whenever he would sing with Emmylou Harris. Oh my God, I just like love that. And it's kind of like a play on words, I guess. It's just weird that humidity built a snowman and sunshine, you know what I mean? But I know when I lived up north, I definitely can tolerate the dry heat 10 times better than I can this damn humidity. Alicia, do you want me to drop the link, babe? We can catch up and see how you've been doing. I hadn't heard from you in a while. I'll drop it in case you want to come up. Okay, it's in chat. So what have you guys been doing? I'm gonna tell you. I videoed this morning. I decided okay, I'm not gonna get into all this, but anyway, there's a little mobile home across from where my land is at, and my great niece is recently divorced with a little boy, and trying to make it not doesn't have a lot of expectancy for child support or help or anything like that. So my husband and I were able to afford giving her a little mobile home across the road, and it's most definitely a fixer-upper. It needs some work, and anytime. Hey Simon, I saw your message earlier. You're gonna like the video I'm gonna upload. I videoed myself this morning because the service isn't that great where I was at, but I videoed a little bit. I think you'll like it. I've never edited a video, and I really don't know how, but there's gonna be some like areas in it that are like dead time, and I don't. So anyway, what program or app should I use to? I have no. Or do you know how to edit, Simon? Long Island girl, hello. Mandy, hello. But anyway, but so, anytime you don't live in, whenever a home or a mobile home, especially a trailer, especially in this humidity, is not lived in, it goes down fast. It's crazy how that happens, but it does. Even homes, brick homes do it. So, no one's lived in this trailer, this mobile home I was raised calling them trailers. LG, hey babe, I haven't seen you in forever. It's so good to see you. But I haven't, we call them trailers here in the South. Some people call them mobile home, whatever. It's the same thing to me. A trailer and a mobile home is the same thing. I mean, no, not trying to say trailer park trash or nothing like that. It's just the same thing. But anyway, so I went over there the other day. I took my mom riding on the Razor on the side-by-side, and we went down to her down there, and I told Mom, I said, Mama, gosh, Mom, I'm so glad you caught me live as well. I said, there's some red, and their wasps are really bad this year. I'm allergic to them. I will swallow it. I'm allergic to it. But anyway, I said, gosh, there's a lot of red wasps. Okay, I think I heard my door knock. Hold on a second. I got to figure out how to. Oh, yep. Hold on a second, guys. Remind me to finish this story. Hey, babe.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm sorry if you took it the wrong way. I was upset because I thought it was referring to Makeup Mobster when you said, is anybody sick of hearing about Laura?
Yeah.
So I messaged you without even listening to you live,
Yeah. Okay. Good deal. I figured. I mean, I was like, you couldn't have listened to it, and I get it after Makeup Mobster when she brought it to my attention. I was like, oh yeah, I'm sure that what I mean. I totally didn't mean it like that. But now, what did you mean about Tracy? I was lost about that. What about what was that?
I was just like, are you trying to appease your friend or whatever?
No. No. So, are you dating your dude from the last one we were talking about?
We were together for, I think, 8 months, 7 months, and it was a lot of pressure because he was expecting me to do all the driving and move in, and the commute with work was just too hard, so we're just taking a break.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's like, because it was a lot further. I mean, that's a long way. What's crazy is, like, for me, whenever I go into, like, let's say Long Beach or whatever, it says on my GPS it's like 18.1 mile, but it's 58 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, and that's going down Highway 90, which is the what everybody used to the tourist road. But that Highway 90 is where all the bed and breakfasts and the bed and breakfasts and the souvenir shops back before Katrina come through, and you know what I mean. That was like the happening strip, but that's how I
had
like.
A lot of fun out there, and was practically over there living with them, but it was too much of a commute with work and all of that, and I'm not quitting my job.
Yeah.
And it would take me to work for this company. I would have to be there a whole year before they would honor a transfer. And it would hurt me if I put in a 2-week notice and quit.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you did?
No, I'm still with the
Oh, okay.
company, but I couldn't do that. I mean, it's either a guy. I mean, I love them, but there are other fish in the sea. There were
Right.
other issues that I didn't like. He was real controlling, and he liked to day drink, and I'm
Well,
not
you
a
know,
day drinker.
yeah, I can't deal with a daydreaming, but usually if it's meant to be something like that, you can find, usually there's a way to work something out, if you really want, if both of you really, and it's right. So you
It
probably
was
should.
it was his way or no way. You ever dated one of
Okay.
them?
Oh, girl,
Yeah,
yes, ma'am. Not for very long because I am a pretty stubborn, hard-headed person myself. So, yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, that's not
I'm already seeing someone else. I'm already dating someone else
okay.
that lives close by. He's
Yeah,
pretty well off, nice looking guy, and he lives only 30 minutes away.
okay, good deal, good
So
deal. So,
yeah,
well, I guess the family's doing well. Your son, your mom, dad,
yeah. My son earned his degree, and he's living on the water in Slidell.
right? Is he close to Tick Fall?
No, no, he's
Okay,
on the closer to New Orleans than anything.
okay. Yeah,
Doing real
LG me
well.
either.
Yeah, doing real well. Um, and yeah, that's all that's been going on. I'm working and in school. That's all I do. And then I go on dates.
Oh, you can do it from your job is provides you to be able to work from home.
No, oh
Oh,
no, oh no.
I thought you. What'd you say?
I
You
work
said.
around. I work in the medical field.
Okay, gotcha,
So
gotcha.
yeah,
Whenever I lived, when I first moved up north, I was like interviewed and could have had the job, but I was married to a controlling, weird Jehovah, my Lord, let me just tell you, crazy man. And he had a handicapped daughter, and she stayed in Texas, with her mother when we moved. And he was like, use the excuse, well, when we get her, because we really didn't put her in daycare or whatever because of her disabilities. It was easier for us, someone that knows and to stay with her. And he said, but girl, that would have been, I mean, I had the job. I just didn't do it because I have kicked myself in the butt so many times for that because girl, I could have flew. At the time they only ran east to west. I don't know if they do like more, different routes now, but at the time, but like my family could have had perks. I could have flew for free and you work from home and they train you and really good benefits. JetBlue, I don't know if I said it was
yeah,
JetBlue, but anyway, that's one of the regrets that I'd let him, talk me into. And then it was
yeah.
like, then he was like, well, it's my money. Don't freaking play that bullshit with me, Cletus. I freaking earn my money around here. Let me just tell you.
He didn't like my job. He started saying stuff about it. He's like, how are you and I going to spend any time together when you're always working? And I'm like, look, I like my job, and I'm not quitting it for anybody.
Right. Well, I'm glad you like it. Life's too short to go to a shitty ass job and be miserable. It's just
Yeah,
sucks the life out of you.
yeah. I work around 6 people, but I love it.
6
So
people or 60?
6,
Oh, 6.
people.
Okay, that's not really bad in a medical office. It's really not.
It's not in a medical office.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, I went
So
in when my dad passed away and I was living up north. I like, hey, B Furbs. My dad had been gone for like over a month, and I had not dreamt about him. And the mornings was really really hard. And so I had a good friend of mine, and she had a lady that read cards, and her name was Taco. Imagine that. And she said she is really really good. She's really good. You should give her a try. So she ended up having like a little get together at her house and invited, and a lot of people already had been read by her or whatever. And so she was there was several people that had signed up to come. And so when I got there and I kind of went first, and I didn't tell my mom. And so after my dad died, I would call my mom like 4 or 5 times a day. Good morning, how's your lunch? Good, how's your afternoon? Good night, all that. So I didn't tell mom that I was going to see a card reader. But anyway, I went, and she didn't tell her. Ronnie said she didn't tell her anything. Nothing about nobody. And I was very skeptical. And so she starts flipping these cards over, and she's kind of like looking looking over my head, kind of past me, and like would say whatever she was saying. And there were several things that she hit, and it was like hilarious because it was spot on. But she had told me that I was going to go in the medical field, leave the job I was at, which I freaking loved, and had said I would never leave that job, and then I was going to go in the medical field. And I said, I just died out laughing, and I said, oh no, I cannot stand the sight of blood. There's no way I'm going in the medical field. Well, and then told me that I wasn't going to stay with the man that I was with, and I loved this guy, and I thought we would be together forever. And I was like, oh, she does not know what she's doing. And it was so freaking crazy. It was like 3 years to the day that we split up. I quit my job, and I moved home, and I went to work at a doctor's office. So I was like, okay, so maybe she did know what she was doing. So, but, well, I'm glad you're happy. I'm glad you like it. You don't have to commute very far then, huh? Did we lose you? Did we lose you, Alicia? Well, while we're waiting on her to come back, I'm going to finish my little story I was telling you guys about what I did this morning. So, is that what I was telling you guys about my morning? So, I did see too about infamous truth teller about thank you for giving me that. I'll go back and pull that and see if I can make some magic with it. I don't know if I have the patience to do it, but I'll try. But so we Alicia, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't hear. Oh, you can? Okay. I didn't know if what was going on. But so anyway, I had told my sister. So Mark and I bought this backpack. What do you call it? It's where you can oh shoot, what are those things called? You can pump it up and you spray a backpack sprayer. So because we pressure, when we do our house, the sides and stuff like that. So anyway, I had Googled how to get rid of wasp, and it said, which blew my mind, the easiest and the most effective way is Dawn dishwashing liquid, water. I'm gonna mute you, Alicia. There's a lot of background. Unmute yourself whenever you get ready to talk. But anyway, Dawn dishwashing liquid, water, and it didn't say to add this to the water, but it said that they do not like essential oils like lemons, wintergreen, stuff like that. Tea tree. Well, I just happen to have a lot of essential oils, so I have just a regular tube like sprayer, that you pump up, and then a cylinder shape, and then we had that backpack which holds a lot of water. But anyway, hey Pugs. So I get up early this morning, right at daylight, and I mix up my concoctions, and I put I had big bottles of tea tree and lemon concentrate. I put in the water, and I also took the lemon and I put it anywhere on my body that wasn't covered with a shirt or something, because let me tell you, I'm allergic to those little buggers, and the last thing I want to be popped by one. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go and I'm going to eradicate those suckers. So I called my other niece and I said, hey, I'm going over. I call her Butterbean. That's her nickname, Butterbean. I said, I'm going to Butterbeans, and she said, bitch, you better be careful. I said, I will. I said, I'll call you when I'm done, let you know I survived. So I get over there, and I took 3 cans of wasp spray. No, they're red hornets. I mean, not red hornets, red wasp. And they hurt so bad, infamous truth teller. They hurt so dang bad. And man, I whelp up immediately and have fever in it and everything. There's like dirt daubers, but these are not dirt daubers. These are red wasps and hornets. Last year, there was a huge hornet's nest. I don't know, my niece has one hanging up at their house, but it's Big Fur, that's what I did, girl. It was like amazing. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing how well it worked. But I mean, it like neutralized them and made them dingy. They didn't even know what they were doing. They were when they would come out from where they were at, they would either drop or they would like linger over to one side and then drop. And so I couldn't believe it. I guess it like made it hard for them to fly. I don't know, but I was sure enjoying it. So seeing them go because I can't stand a darn wasp. And my niece, the last time she was over, she was walking out the door of the cabin and one popped her on the damn arm inside. So they're kind of like a little worse this year, it seems like, than they were normally. I couldn't believe beefers. I looked everywhere for poison that I could mix up in my sprayers, and go spray because I sprayed the front and the back twice of her mobile home, because there's like at the top of above the windows and stuff, there's like a darker brown overlay all the way around, and they were going in between the walls of the mobile home and that overlay. And I mean, you could just see them swarming and stuff. And so, because I said, and her dad is, oh my Lord, he is so freaking allergic. I mean, anaphylactic shock, I'm telling you, he can't even be close to that place. I mean, so I said, I got to do something else. So I took one for the team and went over there and went around it twice, and I filmed it. So parts of it. So we'll see. But anyway, that was kind of like nerve-wracking, and it was rewarding because I enjoy, helping people. And she's a single mom working, trying to make it. And so, infamous truth teller says, I remember when I was little and I was in my mom's truck and the window was down, and a wasp come in and stung me, and I started screaming and I grabbed it. Went to throw it out the window and it came back in. Oh my gosh! Listen, whenever a horsefly and a wasp are two of the hardest things to get out. Whenever I get in my vehicle, especially when I am leaving from down there and going back home, because there's so many animals. There's lots of horseflies around, horses and cows and stuff. So they will get in and they will go down like in between the windshield and the speakers, down in the crevice of your damn windshield. And they'll just sit there and buzz. And I roll my window down. I get stuff and try to like shoo them out. No, they'll get right there and just like sit there and buzz. I'm like, okay, sucker. Oh, I know. Well, if you get stung so many times, you can become like allergic and have to start carrying an EpiPen. That's what happened to my ex-husband. One of the many. The number, let me see what number was he. He was actually the first ex-husband out of 20. He just kidding. My dad got him a job with the power company, which is where my dad retired from. And like I said, in the town I was raised in, there was only, like, really truthfully at the time, 3 places to be employed at: the sewing plant, Georgia Pacific, which is a paper mill, chemical mill, and Southern Pine, which is the power company. Now there's other power companies now, but at the time they had the monopoly on energy at the time. But anyway, he got bit so many times that he, had to have an EpiPen with him at all time. Isn't it crazy? Like, that's what makes you. And then whenever I started working for that doctor's office, I had so many children and grown people that would come in and have to get allergy shots, and we would have to monitor them for 20 to 30 minutes, depending on what kind of shot they got for that kind of stuff, which was all new to me too. And dirt daubers galore. My mom, under, the vinyl siding on the roof, on the top and all, but after that, it's like the blonde brick. And those darn dirt daubers, they are relentless. Now, from what I've been told, and I may be wrong, the hornet's nest was like a big old brown, it was huge. It looks like a cloud of like just shit, you know what I mean, that a hornet makes. Well, we were really, quite frankly, we were all kind of scared to like go mess with it. We didn't know if it was active or not. So I can't remember who the brave soul was that figured out and got close enough to figure out that it was not an active hornet's nest. So we took it down, or whoever took it down, I don't remember, but whoever took it down, there's like some remnants of it still stuck to the side of the mobile home. But I don't know, like, I know wasps, and they have the little gray, and they make their little cylinder shape. They go up in there and live, those little weird nests. I've been told them and a dirt dauber will come back to its home. Like, if you knock it on the ground, they'll pick it up and go back to it. So that's why they always say they'll like step on them and smush them out or whatever. But I don't think that's the same for a hornet. Paper mache egg, hornets and nest. Yes, Willow, that's it, babe. That's it. How are you, doll? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming in, sugar. How's the piggy? And I wanted to extend my condolences to you for Hills in the Air and your breakup. I do watch, I just don't always chat. So Willow, is that true that like even if you knock, I've been told that my whole life. If you knock them down, knock that down, that they will like go back to it. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what I've been told. But let me tell you, I really, and I may just be, wishful thinking, but I'm not kidding you. I smelled like, I'm sure if people walk by me, their damn mouth started like just drawing up and puckering up because I had so much lemon essential oil on my bare parts because I did not want one to fly over and bite me, sting me. So I had some essential oil going on, baby, going on. So I really think, they didn't even come near me. I was able to walk pretty close to the trailer and wasn't like threatened at all. So I don't know if that helped, I don't know. So I told her that we would do it again. I would come back over there and like respray or whatever. And I said, you need to like get inside because I'm sure that there's some inside those walls. We need to check that out. So good deal. I'm glad they're living a good life. My stepson wanted a potbelly pig, and we were living in Texas at the time. We were living in Silsbee, Hardin County, and we got him a potbelly pig. His name was Porco, and Porco had my ex-husband. He was like T90, like fit in her hand or whatever. And my husband at the time would, he said that he would quit rooting. I can't remember what all was. This was many moons ago. But that if he was castrated, that he would stop doing whatever he was doing. And so my stepson, Johnny Boy, he said, gosh, it's raining here. He said, his dad had told him that he was going to take him and get him castrated the next day when he went to school. And so Johnny, I always call him Johnny Boy, he was like, well, y'all, will Porco be home by the time I get home? And I said, I don't know, babe, we'll see. Well, we were the FBOs of the airport there. We were the six-base operator. We owned and ran the airport. And so when I went to the office about 9, he was already out there. And I took Porco in his little carrier, and he said, hey, bring him back here. So I took him back there, and I thought he was going to take him to the vet. So I was busy on phone calls and emails and stuff. And he come in there a little while later, a couple hours later, and he said, well, that's done. And I said, what's done? And he said, Porco. And I said, you killed him? He said, no. He said, I freaking cut his nuts out. I said, what? And I jumped up and ran back there, and he had Porco laying on a pillow, in the middle of a pillow, laying up on it. And he had given Porco, I think he said some Benadryl and I can't remember, half of a Valium or some Valium. And he had on his desk a jar, and he had wrote Porco's Jewels in black marker on it, and there was 2 little nads hanging out in the bottom. I freaking had to laugh about that. I said, oh my God, is Porco going to die? He said, no. He said, I think it's going to be just fine. And I'm not kidding you. Within 2 hours, that little sucker was up running like nothing happened. And listen, you couldn't even tell the next day where he was cut on his scrotum. No shit. But anyway, that didn't matter. So my stepson comes home from school. I had ran home to pick him up and to fix him something to eat. And I took the jewels and laid them on the table, set them on the table. He comes home from school, and the first thing, how did Porco? Where's Porco? How did he do? Bluebird on my shoulder. Hey, babe. He's like, where is Porco? And I said, Porco's at the airport with your dad, but he's doing fine, babe. He come through it like with flying colors. And so I fixed him. He wanted French fries, so I fried him some potatoes, and he was sitting there eating. And I watched him, and he kind of like tilted his head to the side and back to the side, and then he reaches out and he touches the top of that bottle, and he turns it so he can read it. And I could see him reading it like with his mouth, like now. Porco's Jewels. And it took a second for it to dawn on him what jewels were. And he looked up at me, and I was laughing. So I was, man, how wrong is that? What a shitty stepmom. But I was laughing my ass off. He said, what? He freaked out. Like went to level 10 quickly. And I said, calm down. Take me to the airport right now. I'm going to kill my dad. I'm going to kill my dad. My pig dies. I said, babe, your pig's not going to die. So anyway, we went out there, and Porco was just like fine and dandy. So That was but I told my husband, I said, don't think you're a vet and you're gonna start doing that on the side or anything like that. Yeah. Oh yeah. He gave him beer. This particular husband made his own beer. He was really into that the barleys and hops. I mean, he was really into the dark beer. And oh my God, some of it looked like no like chocolate hot cocoa. It was so dark, and woo, yeasty. Let me just tell you, make my cooter itch just smelling it. No shit. No, just smelling the yeasty. But he loved it. He brewed it and made it. And so, Porco would be like tits up with just a few sips, but he loved it. He would put that beer down, and that pig would go crazy and not stop until you made it. Yeah, motor oil. You're right. So school started back here Thursday, which I thought was just stupid. I mean, I guess it works out good for the teachers and the students. I guess I think you guys, we not start back to school in like the middle. It's like these kids don't even have really a summer vacation anymore, and this is not a year-round school. This is oh gosh. So anyway, that was kind of sad. I got donuts for my babies and took them to their houses and put it on top of their mom's vehicles and left them little love notes. I always try to like do breakfast the first day of school, go home and do that for them. It's all about making those traditions and making those memories, baby. That's all we're going to have one day is our memories, Oh, no, I'm not a beer drinker at all. Listen, just now, I love to like my husband when he's been drinking. I love the taste. I just don't like to drink it. It makes me bloated immediately. My belly blows out, and it makes me full, and I just get sleepy. It's like I smoked a big fatty. You know what I mean? So I don't do beer. I'm when I get home, I'm gonna have. I just got turned on to this. I'm sure all of you guys have peach, Crown Royal, and sweet tea. Freaking good. I got drunk on whiskey when I was married to my first husband, and I mean, oh my God, it was awful. We were down at the river, and it was the worst. I had puked, and I have sworn off whiskey ever since, and that was, woo. Like I said, I was 17. I'm 55, so I can't even hold it. I hate the smell of it. Okay. So my brother fixed a glass last weekend, and he said, try, and I didn't know what it was. He said, try this. And I tasted it. I said, oh, it's peach tea. I love peach tea. He said, it's peach Crown Royal and sweet tea. I said, are you serious? So anyway, I went and bought myself a bottle, and I turned my sister on it today, and she said, oh yeah, that's freaking good. So I'm kind of like a, wine cocktail kind of girl. I'm not a beer girl. You got to be a beer drinker, baby, to drink some of that shit, that stout, dark crap. I mean, woo. Okay, you guys, boogie. I'm not, but about, I don't know, 30 minutes from the hacienda. And I've got to text everybody and let them know I made it. But thank you guys for coming. Alicia, I'm glad we straightened that out. I appreciate you coming up. Love you. And like really and truthfully, just know that I hope you know me well enough to know that I wouldn't go there. You know what I mean? Or think like that. So, but anyway. Oh, bourbon and scotch. Oh, yeah. Peach crab. Oh, okay. Have you had the blueberry? My brother got the blueberry this weekend, Willow, and he said it's good. My husband wants to try the strawberry. They haven't come out with it in any of the liquor stores around here, but the strawberries does look very good. Infamous truth teller, I am absolutely a social drinker. My husband, he drinks beer every day when he takes his little shot. As well, and anything else, a shot drinker, I think, you know what I mean. She drank a lot, and he was used to his life being a certain way. You know what I mean? And I don't drink like that. I'm usually like, instead of us like what he used to do, you know, pop some beers, and you know they both smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke, and they would sit, you know. But I cook, I clean. I'm not saying she didn't do that. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying I don't drink. So, and it's hard for me to like. I'm not gonna sit outside and let skeeters bite me when I'm not even enjoying, you know, drinking. And I don't mind sitting out there and us having a, you know, talking and stuff like that, and me sharing our day or whatever. But you know, I most definitely don't have any tolerance for drunk people when I'm sober. That is like the worst thing in the world is to try to tolerate that, because I'm not very good at like tolerating that kind of shit. I just soon remove myself. But anyway, not that my husband gets like that during the week or anything like that. He doesn't. But his late wife, you know, he's like, just drink, you know, drink a drink with me. So when he does see me drink, he gets all excited, and he said, I don't mean that in like I'm excited in an ugly way. He said, I just know that you're going to like come outside and sit with me. Isn't that sweet? So yeah, I'm definitely like a very social drink, and I've got to be in the mood for it. And I'm generally not in the mood. You know what I mean? I just don't like, you know, and I guess it's a good thing if I was able to not get sleepy or feel tired, or you know what I mean, I probably would enjoy it. But I'm just telling you, that's every time I've ever drank, it doesn't take long, and I am like, my eyelids start getting heavy. I you know, start getting tired. And look, and especially if I'm smoking the left-handed ones, you know what I mean? When I start eating, it's all over with, baby, when the munchies kick in. But so anyway, yeah, if I could find me a cocktail that would, you know, and I have a heart condition, so I don't drink Red Bull. A lot of my friends drink Red Bull and Jaeger bombs or whatever, but I don't do Red Bull. So, but anywho, all right, you fabulous people, thank you so much for coming in. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button, show the girl some love, and I will see you guys in the streets. Diamond Cutter out.